NYSE-listed JP Morgan and Walmart need data intelligent insights. They rely on SimilarWeb. Joining me now is SimilarWeb's VP of Data and AI, Omri Shtayer. Welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you, Ashley. It's great to be here.
So what is SimilarWeb? And besides JP Morgan and Walmart, who are some of your customers?
So we're in the business of helping companies understand and compete in the digital world. So, it used to be in SEO and content and understanding paid marketing or organic marketing in Google. And the world is now changing a bit to the Gen AI world, to ChatGPT and the LLMs. And essentially we have customers from all around the globe, all the different industry, from shipping to the biggest financial services, investors, and we're covering the entire globe, which is very fun for me as a data guy.
And speaking of Gen AI, how is that impacting the internet? I know it's a really big question.
No, it's a great question. And I think it's one of the questions we get a lot from all of our customers. How should they change their strategy? How should they adapt to the world that is now changing? And there's a few very interesting facts that, Google is still king. It's still winning. They're not losing a lot of traffic, but ChatGPT is growing at a tremendous pace. They're now the 6th largest website in the world. And it's not only that, they're sending traffic which converts better. So the traffic coming is better for the website. It's converting at a 2x pace than regular search and traditional methods. So we see the world really changing into more Gen AI related, and companies need to adapt. They need to adapt to win the market.
And I understand, speaking of, that you have technology that helps companies understand what ChatGPT and perhaps other AI platforms are saying about their brands or their businesses. Can you share more about that?
Definitely. So we're seeing essentially where companies getting their traffic from. So if they're coming from ChatGPT or from Gemini or from Claude or other LLMs, we see this actually happening in a daily basis. And we've now released our new Gen AI intelligence, which means we see the traffic, but also what are people searching on those Gen AI platforms. So is your brand being mentioned for different questions, for different topics? How much is it being mentioned? And how can you win this? What you need to do in order to really drive traffic from this? And it's a great way to convert more people to understand your value, your business, and the products you're offering.
And how is Gen AI creating new opportunities, if any, for companies like SimilarWeb?
So it's a great question, and also one of the things we see is that ChatGPT users are actually 99.5% using also Google, and people need to understand that. In SimilarWeb, we see both. It's not only we see traffic from ChatGPT or from Google, but we see what's happening in both, and the pie is getting bigger. People are using both platforms and they're getting more traffic and more insights from those platforms. So we can see that and help our customer understand what they need to do. And it's not only that, we also cover mobile apps. So when a customer comes to us and he wants to understand their entire digital portfolio and what they need to do compared to their competitors, compared to their peers, they know what to do both in LLMs, ChatGPT, Gen AI, in Google search, paid marketing, but also in mobile apps, which is, I think, as a whole, it's a great package for our customers to get everything in one place and really understand what they need to do tomorrow morning.
So if you're a company and you do have these insights on what ChatGPT or an AI platform is saying about your company, and maybe it's not the most positive, is there any way to change that?
Yeah, so we see it and it's constantly changing. For example, we've seen, and everybody knows about that Reddit has been a winner until August. Like when ChatGPT mentions your brand, it then sends traffic to Reddit. We see this actually changing. So the LLMs are constantly changing the way they're finding information. It used to be Wikipedia and Reddit. Now it's more strategic website, it might be partnerships that you're doing, it might be pages you're listed on or appearing on, which are not necessarily just Reddit or Wikipedia. So you need to track that in real time, because if you're spending most of your time with one strategy, with one flow, you need to adapt all the time. And the pace of the change is actually accelerating. So you always need to be on track, and essentially this is what we do for our customers.
And SimilarWeb was started in 2007. And I know early on you've been using AI or machine learning. And it definitely has ramped up, I would say, in the past 2 to 3 years. Can you tell me how that technology, how you've seen it evolve over that time?
Definitely. So the fun part about SimilarWeb, it's all about our data, and it's the way people consume it. LLMs, by the way, make it even more significant because they hallucinate. So when they don't have the data, they don't know what to do, what to answer, and they sometimes make things up. Right? When you ask a question for ChatGPT, it might come up with different answers. So I think it now becomes clearer that the data that we built, and we've been using machine learning and AI throughout the entire years of SimilarWeb, is now adapting to LLMs and how you use the data in your own assistants. So we build an MCP that connects our data to your AI assistant. It could be Copilot, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, wherever you are, we build this connection. And then we've also built agents. Agents are essentially a way to change the paradigm from I want to understand what I need to do to an agent that tells you this is how you accomplish your goals. This is how you accomplish your task and how you build ROI. So they can also use our data to create action plans and build workflows and systems to give them what they need to do every day in their day-to-day. So the changing shift from just machine learning AI to build our data and to make it the best, to actually being able to use it better and faster and in your day-to-day, I think this is a big differentiator that we're building and across our data sets. It could be websites from mobile web, from desktop, mobile apps. It's about company data, tickers as well for investors. So it's a very interesting space to be in at the moment. And I always see it as AI is the engine and data is the fuel that powers it up.
All right. And what is on the horizon for SimilarWeb's AI capabilities?
So we're constantly building it. Our R&D is twice as fast as it was a year ago because it's using Gen AI, and we're able to release more things to market, which empower our customers to use our data. And again, it's all about the data in the end. So we're building agents, for example, for sales and marketing people. The sales can prepare for a meeting. They can find new leads with our data that make them, they can contact. For the marketing, building an SEO strategy and building a geo strategy, and also finding what their customers or what their competitors are doing and being able to adapt to the shifts in the market. So we're building the agents that help our customers derive more value from our data sets. And we see this accelerating more and more and more, working on very interesting new products and innovative products to drive this even faster and deliver more ROI to our customers.
Omri Shtayer, VP of Data and AI at SimilarWeb. Thank you so much for joining us at the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you very much for having me.